Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of this build management series. Now, after being a labourer, builder, sort of doing plastering work, all that sort of stuff, I built up such a huge amount of knowledge in the building trade. And what I do is I leverage that to offer it to investors as build management. So when they secure projects local to me, what I can do is go in and manage the whole build for them, so it's hands off. And a very close friend of mine, he's an investor that lives outside the UK but invests predominantly in the UK and on the south coast. And what I do is manage the build processes for him. Specifically, this property was quite last minute. So granted, it's been a little bit tougher than usual because getting trades in, getting them booked in, it's been tough because they're so booked up, but we're getting through it really well. What this property is it's a 3-bed terrace property. We're looking to do around £25,000 worth of renovation. It needs a lot of work. Full new electrics, plumbing, central heating, kitchen, bathroom, plastering, you name it, it needs it. So there's a lot of work here, and because he lives abroad, he wanted me to manage it and get it all through the process. So yeah, I thought it would be cool to document this journey, document the sort of process, so you guys that are watching can take value. And again, it gives me something to look back on in the future as well, which is really cool. So what I'll do is I'll give you a walk round, give you a breakdown of everything, and then each episode will document as the journey goes on. We're about 3 weeks in, I'd say probably around 10 days, because we've had days off where we can't get trades in and stuff like that. But we're making really strong progress, and it's looking really good for hopefully another 4 weeks, and we should be sorted, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. But what I'll do is I'll give you a walk around and give you a showdown of everything. But yeah, it was a pretty old place, definitely not rentable, but it's going to look really nice when it's finished. Okay, so as we walk into the hallway, we come into the first reception room, which is a nice sized lounge. We had fireplaces to remove. There was one here in this lounge and one in the kitchen diner as well. But really in this room, it's pretty bog standard. We just got to strip all the paper off the walls. We've had to drywall the ceiling, take off the skirtings, the architraves, chase out for all the electrics and the plumbing, and then it will just be painted, plastered, new carpets, just made good. It's a pretty bog standard room really. Windows are in good condition, everything's all fine on that front, so there really isn't too much to do here. Make good of a few holes that we've made through fitting the steel, but really this is a pretty bog standard room. Nothing too exciting here. But as we go through, we come into the kitchen diner. Now this was split into 2 rooms in a way. It had sort of a stud wall, which would say like a breakfast bar, serving hatch kind of thing, with a dining room. And what we've done is open this right up, so we've got a much brighter, more open kitchen living space. I think it's really popular doing that sort of route because people that are looking to rent, they want a lot of room, they want a lot of space, they want it to feel sort of nice and big and open. So what we're doing is we're blocking up the existing door that was there, putting a new window in, nice big window, and then where the bigger windows are, which you can see behind me, and I'll chuck an overlay in as well for that, those are going to come out, and we're going to put in a nice set of French doors as well. But because the opening is so big, to sort of maximize that, what we've got is a side light going down one side and then the double doors. So that will look really nice, and again add a little bit of value to the property, make it feel nice and modern. And then we've got a really nice L-shaped kitchen. There was a lot of discussions that we had in regards to the kitchen, so whether we're going to do sort of an L-shaped kitchen, whether we're going to do like a breakfast bar or an island. But to be honest, the floor space in this property for this back room isn't huge. So if we'd have done that, we'd have sort of taken up a lot of floor space, and it wouldn't feel as big as what it might feel. Whereas when we do the L shape, it'll feel much bigger. So yeah, we've got builders in, making good, putting all the steels in, taking that door out, blocking all that sort of stuff up. So there's a little bit of a mess in here. We've had the dry liners in already, so they've done all the ceilings, made good for those. But yeah, as we come out of that, through the hallway, we go straight up the stairs, which come and take us to the 3 bedrooms upstairs and the 1 bathroom in this property. Now I've got to try not to stack it. There's floorboards up. So straight up across is straight into the bathroom. A nice sized bathroom. What we're going to have here is again a fairly it's a bog standard rental, so it's nothing too flashy, nothing too exciting. L-shaped bath with a shower as well, toilet, sink, and keep everything existing. Where the sink was, the sink is going. Where the toilet was, the toilet's going. Where the bath, not overcomplicating anything, so we're just not trying to reinvent the wheel. Just, it's a rental. It's got nothing to be too exciting. So yeah, we've got plumbers booked in for next week. The electricians have already started. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Opposite the bathroom, we have a very small bedroom, like a kid's room or an office, something like that. And again, with these bedrooms, it's nothing too exciting. We just got to make good, replaster, skirtings, architrave, new doors, electrics, all that sort of stuff. Chuck a rad in there. But yeah, nothing too exciting really. As we move into one of the bigger bedrooms, and this is a front bedroom, we're in the process of stripping all the wallpaper and making good of these walls, all the electrics, plumbing, the boarding's been done, all that sort of stuff as well. Yeah, so we've had, a couple of hurdles, with the wallpaper. One, getting lads in that could be able to do it. The build teams that we're using, they're highly skilled. We don't want to be paying them bigger day rates to do menial tasks. So trying to get hold of lads that are, want to do it is not a great task to do. And then we get guys in, but then a couple of them are off ill. So it's, we've been sort of chasing our tail with that. Also, when it comes to doing it as well, we've had the existing plaster come off in patches as well. So again, it's not a big problem. We just, notify the plasterers and they'll know to make good of these areas before they come in to reskim the whole property. And again, electricians have been in chasing out, doing all of the sockets, the switches, all that sort of good stuff to just basically make sure everything is up to spec. So, we can get this let as soon as possible. And then as we move into the biggest room, this is this back double bedroom. Again, same story as well. This property just needs making good, so new skirtings, architrave, had the ceilings done, reskim, electrics, new rad, all that sort of stuff. So it's nice, fresh and clean. There was a lot of waste to get out of this property, like built-in wardrobes, carpets, underlay, all the old bathroom, all the old kitchen units, getting waste clearance as well. That wasn't easy. That was a big hurdle as well, because everyone's so busy trying to get them in to get it clear. And again, pricing as well. Materials and labour has gone up a lot, and rubbish clearance is something that I've noticed that has gone up quite a bit, which again, you've got to be on top of your numbers when you're coming to do renovations like these as well, because margins aren't incredible compared to like developments and other projects that we're looking at the moment. So you've got to make sure that you're crunching the numbers and you're aware of what these updated prices are, because they're always increasing, especially at the moment. But yeah, on the whole, that is this project, sort of the first episode, sort of overview of it. Like I said, sort of give you an insight into what's going on, what's happening. We've got a lot to do in this kitchen space, but like I say, it's really getting there. The steel is now in, because obviously we've got to hold everything up above, and we sort of again had a conversation about that, of whether it's worth doing it, the costs versus sort of that rental income as well. But this should fetch $13 to $13.50 a month, and again, because it's nice and modern, it should let out super quickly, and it wasn't a huge expense to do that. Obviously we've got to comply with like the building notices, work with the council, get the architects in to do the drawings and the structural calcs, and then obviously get the steel and fit the steel. But it makes this room a lot bigger, a lot nicer, and once this kitchen comes in as well, we've got the renders coming through from Howden's. Once that's in, it's going to look really, really nice in here, and a nice big open space. If they want to have a dining table, they can, and it just the room flows really, really well. There's a nice big window to go where we're boarded up at the moment, and then obviously we've got those French doors in, which will look really nice. The fireplaces as well, they're going to be all blocked up, and then again just made good, so it all looks spot on. But yeah, I mean, that is really everything for this episode, sort of giving you an introduction into this property, an introduction into the build management side of things, and sort of how it all works. And then I'll take you through in a few other episodes documenting how this renovation goes, any problems, any hurdles, all that sort of good stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys can take some value from it. Like I say, I'm new to this, so we'll see how we get on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the second episode, where hopefully we should have a little bit more done. Doors in, window in, electric's done, and maybe even the plumbing. It depends when I can get into film, but we should have the electrics done, and definitely the plumbing will be flowing by then as well. So I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace. Hey guys, so I'm in the car. My day changes at a drop of a hat, as it usually does. One of the electricians gave me a ring, said that a couple of the lads can get there a little bit earlier, but they haven't got a key. So I've basically got an hour to kill. So I'm going to go jump on a voice scooter because I'm a child, go and grab some lunch, and then come back, meet them, give them the keys, and yeah, go from there. Just yo, so lunch done. Now heading back to the car, just from the little scooter dock in place, and yeah, just gonna jump back on site, meet the electricians, give them the keys, let them in, and then back home. Okay, so that's all. The electricians all sorted, checked in on, and done. So they're cracking on with the chases, still running cables for that rewire and just smashing it out. So they'll be there till late this evening, but no more site visits or anything needed today. They can just crack on with what they're working on. So yeah, been a sort of productive day. It'd be nice to see all those cables all in and sorted. So hopefully after the next few visits they'll be in and done, and then the next episode you'll be able to get a better look at what they've done and also how far the property's come in the next sort of week or so. So yeah, next episode we'll go through it all, we'll see what else is done. Coming series as well, for the development of my own house as well, why I'm doing it, the numbers, refinancing, you know, the ins and outs of that as well, which I'm quite excited to share. And then also I was going to chuck a series together regarding to a development that I was looking to exchange on, but I think it could be really valuable to go through it because I run a lot of numbers on that project, a lot of different financing scenarios, and to be honest, when the build costs are coming back, it's looking like it's not a very viable option. So that was going to be a development series, but maybe I'll just chuck a video together and explain why I probably won't be investing in that deal. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog and this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode. All the best. Bye bye. Peace.